Hi everyone, it's Michelle Barsby from Diamond Light Numerology, and I'm here to talk to you about Uranus in Gemini. Uranus moves into Gemini on the 7th of July 2025. So as Uranus begins his great awakening journey through Gemini, he does so under the sacred banner of 3 sevens, a number long revered in spiritual traditions as a sign of divine alignment. It is the whisper of spirit, the shimmer of guidance from realms unseen, affirming that we walk the right path, in tune with our soul's purpose and the rhythm of the universe. This number speaks of inner knowing, quiet certainty, and the hand of higher forces gently nudging us forward. In Diamond Light teachings, 777 speaks of focusing on the diamond light of 7, the third eye. Our inner lens that perceives not illusion but truth, the world as spirit sees it. This is the call to remove our blinkers, to lift the veil that has long clouded our vision, the veil that was never truly there. But spirit has always been here, quietly pulsing through every breath and every heartbeat. Now we are asked to see. The third eye, known as Diamond Light 7, is ruled by Jupiter, planet of higher truth, expansive wisdom, and cosmic abundance. Jupiter calls us to rise above the tangle of the anxious, lower mind and dwell instead in the spacious, imaginative realms of the higher self. This is not escape, it is a return, a re-entry into the vast, illuminated mind that dreams with the stars. Now enters Uranus, wild planet of the unexpected, into Gemini's quicksilver skies, a sign already alive with ideas, dialogue and duality. Here Uranus flits like electric wind, igniting thoughts, sparking conversation and stirring mental restlessness with flashes of higher insight. The tempo quickens, the air crackles with possibility. Yet beneath the buzz lies a deeper invitation, not just to think faster, but to think freer. Remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, guardian of the lower mental mind. As Uranus enters the scene, we may find ourselves riding the seesaw between the rational, detail-driven mind and the visionary, intuitive, higher mind. This cosmic interplay between Mercury and Uranus invites both tension and breakthrough as old thought patterns begin to crack open. Uranus, with his 84-year-old orbit, embodies the archetype of the rebel, the rule breaker, who challenges Saturn's boundaries and disrupts the established order. He is the force of sudden change, chaos, freedom, and originality. Fittingly, Uranus was discovered in 1781, in the heart of the Age of Enlightenment, a period marked by the American and French revolutions, and by radical advances in science, philosophy, and technology. When Uranus moves through mentally quick and dual-natured Gemini, collective energy often splinters into opposing camps. Each side may project its shadow onto the other, seeing the dark twin as a threat. Polarization intensifies. Uranus ingresses are rarely subtle. They bring sudden shifts, often accompanied by instability, urgency, and upheaval. But from a higher vantage point, Uranus, the god of the starry sky, is the cosmic awakener, sounding a collective alarm to rouse humanity from its slumber. With Uranus now transiting Gemini for the next 7 to 8 years, we enter a new phase of global reordering, a mental revolution, where thought itself becomes the frontier of transformation. Uranus, the cosmic awakener, forms a long-lasting trine with Pluto in Aquarius, a rare and generative alignment active until 2029-2030. So although this trine won't be exact until July and November 2026, and then again in June 2027, the two planets move into close proximity as early as mid-August through to mid-October of 2025. So pretty soon. The peak window of influence stretches from mid-25 to mid-27, creating a powerful energetic gateway for breakthrough and recalibration. This marks an amplification of the air elemental era that began in December of 2020, accelerating changes in how we think, communicate, and connect. Expect rapid advancements in AI technology, science, robotics, education, and space and air travel, along with sudden discoveries, breakthroughs, and radical shifts in alignment, personally and collectively. Inventions and ideas will emerge at a fast pace, reshaping the way people interact with each other and with technology. Society, community, and connection will take on entirely new forms. Relationships too may undergo radical realignment, changing not only who we are loyal and devoted to, but how we define loyalty and connection itself. Uranus in Gemini expands awareness and inspires curiosity, adaptability, and forward thinking. Pluto in Aquarius decentralizes power and amplifies collective energy. In tandem, these two outer planets open doorways to new paradigms of learning, communication, and consciousness. The very idea of what it means to be conscious may be upended. The potential discovery of extraterrestrial life, for example, could dramatically reshape our self-perception and collective mythology. We are not just moving forward, we are crossing a threshold, one that demands we think beyond the limits of our old stories. Each previous Uranus in Gemini cycle has mirrored a turning point in human evolution. During 1774 to 1782, revolutionary fervour ignited both sides of the Atlantic. The American War of Independence and the philosophical ferment that followed marked the beginning of modern democratic ideals. That same year, in 1782, the first hot air balloon was launched, a symbol of literal and metaphorical ascension. And remember too that 1781 was the year that Uranus was discovered. So Uranus was in Gemini when he was discovered. In 1858 to 1866, the world again teetered at the edge of upheaval. The American Civil War began and technological advancement accelerated. The steam-powered motorcycle emerged, transforming the way individuals moved and experienced speed and independence. The spread of railways and the telegraph also revolutionized communication and commerce. Most recently, between 1941 and 1949, Uranus in Gemini coincided with World War II and the radical reshaping of global power. The United States entered the war, emerging afterward as a dominant world force. The United Nations was founded and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was born. Technological leaps, radar, sonar, rockets, transistors laid the foundation for the digital age. Even the rise of vinyl records marked a shift in how culture and memory were recorded and shared. Uranus in Gemini does not merely bring change, it turns the page of history with wind at its back. Gemini governs books, language, media, short journeys, commuting, neighbouring communities, and all forms of connection that feel immediate, buzzing, and close. Under Uranus's influence, these domains will become sites of rapid transformation. Expect swift innovations in AI, robotics, and education, especially as they relate to children, cognitive development, and the human mind's plasticity. Technology will evolve faster than our ability to absorb it, demanding new ways of thinking and being. Mental overload is likely. We will not be able to read every book, follow every podcast, or process every stream of data. And that is not failure. It is a cue to become more selective, more attuned to authentic resonance, and more conscious in how we focus attention. Healthcare and education may be reimagined entirely. Local travel systems could transform through autonomous vehicles, AI logistics, and new forms of transport. The line between local and global may blur entirely as networks overtake borders and innovation outpaces regulation. Uranus and Gemini will also shake the foundations of industry, trade, and commerce. New systems may emerge that decentralize power, displacing traditional economic strongholds. The disintegration of centralized financial hubs could give rise to blockchain-based economies, peer-to-peer trade, or AI-driven market systems. The result will be a dynamic, fluctuating terrain, faster, freer, and less predictable than anything we've known before. Industries tied to media, communication, transportation, education, and technology will undergo lasting transformation. So where does this land for you? To feel this shift personally and presently, look to 0 to 1 degrees of the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, in your birth chart. Remember, I can help you with that. These degrees are the first to receive the lightning bolt of Uranus's message. They mark the areas of life where you may be asked to adapt, awaken, and reinvent yourself. So let me know if you need some help with that. We are entering a period of stunning acceleration and disruption, but also great possibility. Uranus in Gemini is not just a change in the sky. It is a call to consciousness, a reminder that the mind is not a cage, but a cosmos. Let it awaken. Love and blessings. So this is Michelle Barsby from Diamond Light Astrology, signing off. And please make sure you like and subscribe so I can bring you more exciting planetary information. See the links below in the description to my website and Facebook group. See you on the next video.